But
what?
no,
Why
well,
not?
because I went to. God, we have to save it for the interview.
Okay. As soon as I heard you doing the counts, and 1, 2, 3,
go for 5.
We're here. We're here.
We just came from cheer practice. All right,
Right.
rolling.
We are rolling.
All right, it's giving that girl energy. I'm sitting here with Miss Journey Montana. Welcome to the Pink Room.
Thank you for having me.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good and cozy. It's so cute in here.
Thank you. So we just got out of cheer practice and I invited her over because I'm the captain. I got to haze her up. So I'm going to sit here and talk to her about music and see if her taste is up to par. Just kidding, but not really, but kind of. All right, let's break the ice.
Okay.
So, Journey Montana. I got to stop doing that. But what is the first song you remember hearing?
The first song I remember hearing, oh gosh, this might not be a good, but Drake, maybe Worst Behavior from my sister.
Hold on.
And her iPod.
We got to take it back deeper than that. Nothing wrong with Drake.
But like first song ever, not first song I loved.
Like if you're a baby, like if, like literally the first time you're like, whoa, that's not my mom and dad. That's a song.
That's not my mom and dad. That's a song. Maybe maybe some Whitney or Beyonce.
That gives
for sure. Like Beyonce was like, yeah, probably one of the first voices. I actually met her when I was a baby, and she kissed my face and said I was cute.
Oh,
I know. So nobody can ever call me ugly because Beyonce said I'm cute.
Beyonce said it. So we're at the time, people that was born in 92, we're at the age now where there are people that are born, the first thing they hear is Beyonce. I wonder how life is after you just hear Beyonce for the first time.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thanks.
That's your standard. Well, we see it in all of your glory. All right, so that was the first time first song you remember hearing, or first artist you remember hearing. I love the Whitney. I know that's your mama, probably, right? With the Whitney? Or were you listening to Whitney?
No, my mom was listening to Whitney and Beyonce. Oh, and then like Michael. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot. Like I remember I was with my babysitter, like who used to pick me up from school, and I went back to her house after school or whatever, and I was just like going through the TV, and then I just like found this like folder of like Michael Jackson music videos. Oh my gosh, I was like, what
station was this?
I don't know. It was like some weird cable.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Was it one of those cable channels where you go to the back of the cable? Well, I'm looking at them because you probably don't know. But the back of the cable channels where it was just music channels.
Yeah, It was that. And so I was just like watching like Remember the Time and like Beat It and all of those. And I was just like, what?
Your mind was blown.
This. I was like, what's going on? And so every day after school, I was just like, can we go to your house?
Yeah, because you got those music videos.
I don't know how to work anything else but that.
Wait, so it was videos or was it just?
It was music videos.
Wow.
It was like I don't know. I'm like seeing the logo in my head where it's like the music. I don't know.
It's okay. We'll come back. We'll come back to it. All right. What about the first time you realized your appreciation for music? Now, this could be like the first song that made you cry, or the first time you're like, wow, a lyric in that song like made me think about myself differently or think about my life differently. Like, can you take us back to one of your first like impactful moments with the music, and what song was it?
Probably Whitney Houston. I did in like third grade. I think, it was like 3rd, 4th grade. I did the Women's History Month show, and it was my first time performing.
Oh.
And I sang...
At school?
Yeah. I sang Whitney Houston, Greatest Love of All.
Oh.
I know.
First song then? Well, not first song, but first performance.
Yeah, it was my first performance.
Okay. Is there a little video of Little Baby Journey singing
We need
this?
to find it. I think there is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to see
it. I went shopping specifically for it. I had my hair all big and curly. It was so cute. And that was like the first song that like I performed live, and I was just like, it was a pretty deep song, like I believe the children of the So just the message of the song and everything really resonated. And then I had to like research Whitney because I'm very serious. I was very serious about it,
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm singing Whitney. Like, who is Whitney? I have to know everything about her.
You was on that stage giving Whitney.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything.
I had to.
Wait, what'd you have? What fit was it? And you described your hair, but what were you wearing?
It was like this red. It was a little cropped. Like I remember I had a little bit of belly. You love a good crop.
I wear nothing but crop tops, by the way.
Okay, you just
but
like
I can.
Me. You just like me. Yeah. But it was like this long sleeve red, like velvet sweater thing that had a little bit of crop, and then it had like a black lining with like a bow, and then I had like these velvet pants on. Girl, it was giving.
You said you had gloves too?
No gloves. All but right. It was like,
I mean, that would have been a lot, but it was still fire. You know,
it would have ate. It still would. But yeah, that was.
The girls are doing it today, to this day. You know. Okay, I love that. All right, well. You already kind of touched on your first performance, but I want to break it up with a little bit of a scene first before we get into square one. And we'll talk about all your square ones. All right. So you don't have to get an Indian style, but you can sit in like a meditative pose or like...
I don't want to get my shit.
You know what? Sit up straight. Both feet on the ground. Put your palms up like this.
Okay.
I know, it's short. Palms up. Relax your back. Melt into the seat. Close your eyes. And just let me talk to you. All right, what are we doing? What were we doing? You know what? We are on the bus headed to an away game, and you and I are sitting together. It's giving like cheer girl time, right? We're on the bus headed to the away game. One earphone in your right ear, another earphone in my left ear. Okay. And we are sitting here crushing over whoever is playing. What song is playing as we are bonding on the way to our away game?
And maybe... Well, it depends on your taste too, but for me, Best I Ever Had by Drake.
Best I Ever Had. That's pretty on brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause you me down every time I hit up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like that one. All right, so we're listening to Drake, Best I Ever Had, on the bus on the way to the away game. I think I actually done that before.
Yeah.
That's
literally.
Yes. Okay.
It's very specific.
Perfect. All right. So that was a cute little scene. Now, after cheer practice, we're still kicking it in the pink room. I want to talk more about your square one. So we talked about your first performance, but tell me about the first song you wrote.
Oh my gosh.
Because I know that happened probably before that, right?
Yeah, the first song I wrote. Okay, so I was like, the first song I wrote, I was really young. Sheesh, I don't even remember how old I was, but it was called 3 Hours to Love.
3 hours? So damn.
I know.
Only get 3 hours?
Yeah, I know. It was really dramatic. But it was like, I told my friend, because I was like, okay, I'm going to write a song today. And I told my friend, I was like, come up with a title and then I'll write everything else.
Damn, hold on.
And so she came up with 3 Hours to Love. And I was like, bet. And then I went and I wrote the whole song.
She said she did it, y'all. She said, hey, I want a song. Tell me what to write about. That'd be me, though. That'd be me in the studio. Be like, tell me what to say. And I'm going to say it.
Literally. I was like, because I was stuck. And I was like, dang. So I just had her come up with a title. Shout out to Shahida. I had her come up with a title.
Shahida.
And then, I was like, we got 3 hours to love. We got 3 hours to care. Just count 3, 2, 1, and it's all done. And we'll pretend to care. We got 3 hours to dream in this fantasy world we created with love.
That's so cute. Yeah, wait, how old were you? Do you remember?
I was probably like 8 or 7.
And you were 8 giving orders like that?
I have yeah.
It's okay. We'll get there. We're here.
Yeah, we're here. It was a time.
All right, so 3 hours to love. I like what you just gave me. That could be a really good toxic song. Like, don't say that out too loud because Brent Fayez might try to take it.
I'm gonna copyright it.
Yeah, copyright that. I love that though. All right, so first song you wrote, and then so you performed in that Women's History Month talent show, whatever thing. But were you performing in front of the fam or Thanksgiving or in the church or anything beforehand? When did you start getting up in front of people?
Well, I was in church. I was in the choir in church. I used to always get solos. And my mom didn't play. So she would be like, who do I have to talk to? My daughter's singing the solo this week. And the week after that. And the week after that. So it was very much taking over at church and
that
me
girl.
Trying not to. Yeah, that girl.
It's okay to be that girl. We that girl, okay?
Yeah.
Be that girl and it's okay. It took me a long time to be okay with being that girl. I'm like, why is it why is it so uncomfortable being this? Because I'm fun. I'm good. I like how I am.
I know.
But that girl, it's a position that a lot of people want. But when you're claiming it, accept it, stand in it, and blow them away every time.
Period.
All right. Anyways, in the church.
Yeah. And then me and like my cousins, we used to, like coming up with routines.
We all did the same thing. Were you in praise dancing and stuff too?
Yeah, I was in praise dance. Yeah. Lots of things, man. Lots of things. And me and my cousin, we used to go on like Facebook because I remember I wasn't allowed on Facebook. But of course that didn't stop anything. And on like my birthday, I was like trying to convince everybody why I should be allowed on Facebook. And we made like a bunch of skits, like improv skits of us like acting and then of us like singing and harmonizing and like
Where'd you record all this on?
On my computer, on my laptop.
Like a webcam?
Yeah.
Okay.
And because I didn't have a phone.
Yeah.
So we did this on the computer. And
she's very smart.
Yeah, we would figure it out. Okay.
You came out the womb with that Beyonce energy.
Okay, we were figuring it out.
Yeah.
And so we uploaded it all. And then like I had like a whole disclaimer. I was like, hey guys, so I'm joining Facebook. I was literally like 9. Like it was really, really intense. And all of my sisters were in the comments like, Journey, like, what are you doing? Ariana, what are you doing here? Like, get off of Facebook. Like, all in the comments, like, she's a mess. Like, ignore her, please. Like, everybody was so embarrassed because I was just like, yeah. And FYI, like, my birthday was 3 days ago. I got lots of money. Thanks, guys. For all the love and support. Mind you, I had like 3 followers, like, friends on Facebook. I was like, thank you all for the support. Thank you for the love that I've been getting on my new Facebook account.
It's giving Reginae George. I said Reginae because not Regina. Because would your name be Regina?
No.
You've seen Mean Girls. You've seen Okay. Whew.
Girl, I thought you were getting not too much.
Yeah, I mean,
you like my sisters. That's how my sisters.
I don't know. Shout out to your sister. What's your sister's name?
Well, I have 2. Lonnie and Molly.
Lonnie and Molly. Beautiful names, by the way.
Yeah. It's Alani, O'Malley, and then Journey. I don't have an O.
Okay, it's okay. But either way, shout out to your older sisters. So I'm treating you like they.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Like, do you know what that is? No, you don't know what that is.
All right. So y'all put together this entire skit sequence
like this
or
resume,
series.
basically. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that was to pretty much like introduce yourself to the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what characters were you playing?
So when we would do improv, so this is one of the improv skits. I literally have this in my phone still
this
to
is
this
probably
day.
hilarious.
And it was like, now that I look back, it really makes me laugh. But it was like a pop star. I was playing the pop star, obviously. Mm-hmm. And she was a high school teenager. So it was like, she'd be like, oh my God, can I get your autograph? And I'd be like, no, you can't. Excuse me. Like, I have to go. And then like, she'd be all like crazy, like, no, I need to get your autograph. And I had like a dog and I put him in my bag. And
you had a dog?
Like, yeah, I had a dog and I put him in my purse. Okay. And like, he'd just be like barking and like growling the whole time. And I'd be like, no, I have to go. And
meanwhile, the dog is the one.
Yeah, the dog is freaking out. And then like we would end it because she'd get all like aggressive, and then I'd be like, security. Yeah, that was the skit.
That's actually hilarious.
Ridiculous.
And is this the same friend that you told to make the name of the song?
No,
for you?
We were the 3 of us though. The 3 of us together was a mess.
So did y'all have? Is that the girl band or girl group that you started?
No.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
All right, so. First time performing, that was your first like skits and your things you did on the internet. When did you actually start getting recording equipment and like everything to kind of put your own studio together? And this is assuming you have your own studio or your own setup.
Well, I kind of do. I got one during COVID.
Okay.
Because it was COVID and everybody was in the house. And
it's like, what am I gonna do? Yeah.
I was like, what am I gonna do? So I just got like a whole bunch of equipment, and that was actually when I recorded Bad Girl, one of the songs that I have out. I recorded that in COVID, like in my bedroom.
Copy.
So, yeah.
So that was just more of like, I need to record. So.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna figure it out.
Look, that girl, I'm still that girl. Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
I had some basil Thai fried rice earlier. It's really, really good. I scarfed it down too waiting for you to get here. I'm like, let me go ahead and get this food in. Okay, well, let's talk about what happened after you started recording. Mm-hmm. So after you started recording and dropping music and putting it out, at what point did all of that work actually really start to like bring you to more notoriety?
I don't know. It's been a long path. Like,
let's go back to the beginning of the path then. Let's start at the very beginning of it then.
Okay, so let's talk about the first time I recorded a song.
Yes.
That might be a good...
Let's start there.
First. That was a mess. Another thing that was a mess. I was living in Atlanta at the time, and it was like around like the rap game stuff. Do you remember that? Like when the rap game was like a big deal.
I was living in Atlanta around that time.
Yeah, and so they were starting this thing called the R&B game. And they reached out to me.
Did that happen?
No, it didn't happen. Because they did the pop game first and like it didn't do well. So they just lost all ability to do anything.
No, because the R&B game would have gave Making a Band again.
I know. Yeah. So they reached out to me. I did the whole interview process, the whole everything, the whole email chain with the everything. I did everything for it. And it made me start writing songs. I don't know. It just like inspired me to like really, I don't know, like when I was in that whole process, like it really pushed my social media presence a lot because I was like trying to get people's attention and like, you know, doing all of that stuff. Even though I had their attention, I wanted to keep it. I was like, I'm going to go.
You should have put that video out that you put on Facebook back then. That would have been your introducing Journey Montana.
They would have ate that up.
Yeah, they would have ate that up. You might should still do something with that again.
They would have ate that up. But yeah, so I was doing a lot of like remixes, like putting a verse on like a song and like writing and like reaching out to producers, like reaching out to a lot of like Jermaine Dupri's producers in there. And I was like, they would send me beats because I was just so freaking annoying. Like I was really annoying. So they were like, here, take some beats. Like, leave me alone. And so I was like, yeah, like whatever, cool. And like, I was like, here, this is what I recorded on my phone to it. And then I was just like writing so much. And I was like, I have to go to the studio. Like, I got some heat. Like,
and she said, okay, baby, let's go.
Yeah, she was like, all right, let's go. And
I got some heat. I need the ladies' tracks, Mom. What you talking about? What are you talking about?
Like, I need a ladies' track. So we went to the studio and I had the whole song written out. Girl, I left that studio in tears. It was so hard. I was like,
oh, you sounded like me the first time I was in the studio for no reason.
I was in tears. I was crying. I was like, this is so hard. It doesn't sound like how I want it to. I thought I was going to sound like Beyonce. I thought I was going to sound like Beyonce. Oh my gosh,
girl! And they said, no. But okay, so wait, engineering though, you probably started. You were able to alter your sound enough, right, to make those songs work, or no?
No, that song is terrible. That song, I still have it like in my phone.
It's too far gone.
Yeah, it was too far. I was like 12 when I did that.
Okay,
it was pretty bad. Yeah.
All right, so after that first night,
I didn't go back to the studio. I was like, forget it. I was like, I'm just going to stick to Instagram and doing my covers and doing my, like, I did not. And then, because the thing is, the next day I was in Spanish class with my friend and I was like, girl, I was previewing it on Snapchat, like everything. Like, I just made a song, I just made a hit. And everyone was like, and then the next day I was in school and I was like, girl, you gotta listen to this. Like, I just made some heat.
Okay.
In the studio. Like, you gotta listen to it. I handed her the headphones and she was like, girl, that is not good. She was like, girl, that is not good.
I was like, that?
Yes. I was like, you're crazy.
What's her name? What's that friend name?
Aaliyah.
Thank you.
Girl,
you told her what she needed to hear. It didn't matter to you in your head. I love a friend that's honest.
Yeah, she kept it a buck with me. She kept it real, but it really didn't matter because I was like, you're insane. I was like, you're wrong.
I feel like you said that to her and you looked at her.
I was like,
the way you're looking at me right now.
That's exactly how I was like, okay. Like, yeah, sure. Like, we're going to act like this isn't a hit record.
Right.
Okay. We're doing that? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then after that, I just went back to, because it kind of knocked my confidence a little bit that like everybody was kind of crickets, you know? Like I wasn't getting.
You was walking around with that dog in the bag. Like,
okay.
Whoops, my bad.
But yeah, and then that was when the girl group reached out to me because of my like covers that I was doing on Instagram. Because at the time I just had like, I didn't have any pictures. I just had like singing videos.
Covers,
so it was a very intense point in my life. Like very.
You were fighting we were fighting to claim your stake. You had a stake somewhere. You just didn't know where it was at. I mean that in a good way.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, exactly.
So when you found the stake.
Yeah.
Let's get to that part.
Yeah. I mean, there wasn't no stakes, but yeah. So they reached out to me and they were like, hey, we're like replacing a girl in our group. And I was kind of nervous because I had heard of them in Atlanta. They were pretty popular at the time.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
We Are Charmed, that was the name of the group.
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of another group.
Mind. Yeah, it was a couple of groups in Atlanta at the time. But they were like, we're replacing a girl. And I was kind of nervous because they were a lot older than me. Like I was like 12, 13. And they were all like 17, 16, 18. Like they were kind of older.
They was outside.
Yeah, they was outside. And I was like, okay, I guess. Like, okay. Because they were like, it's no problem. I was like, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
And that was kind of what helped me in the studio because they had been doing it for years already. And so they invited me to the studio and I was so nervous because remember that last experience
time in the studio?
was a little, you know.
He's like, I don't know if they want to hear me
and
right
I was
now.
like, ooh. But, you know, it was really necessary. I feel like everything kind of played out the way that it was supposed to because they knew how to make a song. Like write a song. They knew how to organize it. They had practiced. They had learned how to do it. And I was in a place where I needed to learn how to do it. So it kind of just like, I don't know, pushed me out there with the sharks and was like, swim. I don't know. That's
Were they nice?
Yeah, they were nice.
Okay.
Yeah, they were nice.
Okay. Well, you're in the studio with them. You're learning how to write and you're learning just the process. You're learning how to get more comfortable.
Yeah.
How to find is that where you kind of learn how to find your own sound too?
Yeah. And then when I kind of like got on a roll. I was like, I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of just like, you know.
And it was over with from there.
Once I got it, I was like, oh, I was writing everything. Like I was doing it. Like, cause it was like there, but I just didn't know how to use it.
What's your favorite part about your music? The writing or the recording?
Both, yeah. Because, like, sometimes I, like, write while I'm recording.
Okay, yeah. Makes sense.
So, like, because, you know, like, I like hearing myself. Like,
yeah.
You know.
Like we said, okay? You like hearing yourself. And hearing yourself helps you, like, not recall, what's the word? It helps you identify certain sounds that you can, you know, relate emotions to. So then when you like hear as much of your sound as possible, you know which ways you want to maneuver your sound to get that emotion or express that sound. Yeah, so exactly. I feel you, girl. And you need that to influence your writing. I don't even know what to say sometimes unless I just like start, you know, saying it.
You just got to start. You just got to
start.
Yeah, I had like this whole conversation about like how you have like a singing voice and like a rapping voice. And like how there's like, you have to kind of like master like your singing voice is like different from your talking voice. Yeah. And like your talking and your singing voice is different from like your rapping voice. Like it's just like different ways to like.
You learned that through being in the studio with a girl group or?
No, just like in general, just like with time. Like it's just something that you have to master, like your like nook, like your groove, like where your voice sits, you know? So yeah.
Got you. So after not after, I already just killed the girl group already, my bad. What happened with the girl group and then like, what happened after the girl group?
Okay, so after the girl group, during the girl group, we got like a distribution deal situation. And then they kind of saw how involved I was with the creative process and like the writing. And so I got like my own studio time with that. Like, they kind of were like, oh, you want to do stuff by yourself? Cool. And then they also put me in with their other artists to like write for people and like just participate. And that really taught me a lot. Like that was really where I learned a lot because when I was in those rooms with their other artists, there were also other songwriters in there. So the other songwriters, I don't know, I learned that there were a lot of different ways to write a song.
Yeah.
I was really just watching like, you know, but at the time I was probably like, at this time, like 14 going into like 15. So I was just like soaking it up. And it was like a couple people that were like, I can't be in the studio without Journey. Where's Journey's? And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, okay.
Yes. I just imagine you having a dog in your purse at all times now. I don't know why. I'm just imagining you walking in the studio like, all right, I'm here. So
yeah,
I need you here. I need you and you on this hook. And I just imagine that.
Yeah, I guess that was the energy for sure. I was like cheering at the time.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're probably like me in the studio. I am such a studio cheerleader. At least what I think I'm doing is cheering you on. But really, I'm just trying to get you to get excited about the music and get you to understand it. Yeah,
definitely.
Studio sessions together. No, she probably would cuss me out. So
Wait, who?
You would.
Me?
Yeah. No. You got it. You can cheer for
No,
yourself.
I
I'll just
wouldn't.
watch from the
I feel like everybody needs a cheerleader sometimes.
Everybody needs a cheerleader sometimes. Dwight.
We should put that on his t-shirt. Everybody needs a cheerleader.
Everybody needs Drea. Everybody needs a journey.
Yeah.
Everybody does need a journey. Everybody's on a journey. Anyway, back to journey. Like,
yeah.
Write that down. Yeah. All right. So now you're in the studio doing things on your own because, you know, you pretty much was writing everybody music and the girl band learned from you after a while. And then and then you started to get more comfortable with your own sound, with your own, and you're like, let me just do this for myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened.
Well, yeah, that's kind of, so in the
Tell
middle
me
of
what
that,
happened. Yes.
Yeah, in the middle of that, like because first I was writing for other people, then they were like, oh, you want to make your own music? Okay, cool. And then they put me in with a whole bunch of writers. And I was like, oh my gosh. So like that was like a pivotal moment for me because I had to kind of like find my voice and like put my foot down and like not lose my voice. Cause it was like certain sessions where I didn't write a line because I didn't feel
it.
No, not even that, but like I was like the youngest. I was like a little girl and like it was usually like
That's
grown
real.
men in there and
You're 12.
I was very young and I didn't know that I could not have these people in my session if I didn't want them there. And like, I would have an idea and it was like, no, we're not going to do that. Like, we're going to do this.
Oh, no, not them telling you what to do.
Yeah, it was like a thing for a moment. And it wasn't bad. Like, you know, I still am cool with all of those songwriters to this day. But it was like a pivotal moment for me where I had to be like, okay, y'all gonna have to get up out of here. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, or the next session, like, I'm just gonna be by myself and learning how to really write a song completely on my own because I never really done that yet either. So, yeah. So then after that little phase of like when I first started where I was kind of like not really having much of a voice, then I kind of went into my own, you know, into my own.
When did you record Bad Decisions?
I recorded Bad Decisions maybe like in the summer of last year.
Okay.
Sometime in the summer. I was trying to pick a month, but I don't remember. Like sometime in the summer. Yeah.
All right, we're going to hop back over to that. But I did want to get a little bit deeper into other square ones because we just went on square one of your whole journey. Literally, journey. But I do want to talk about kind of the music that has been influencing you along your journey too, right?
Okay.
So again, you're listening to like the Whitneys and then the R&B. Oh, I watched an interview of yours. And one of your influences is Etta James. And then Toni Braxton. I love that. I haven't heard Toni Braxton mentioned at all. Really? But what other like artists, female, male, whatever, would you hear around the house with your sisters or your mom or dad or grandma, whatever, whoever's in the crib?
Well, I used to go like down the hall to like my second family's house, my cousin's house. And they would play like a lot of like Anita Baker and like the real soulful singers and the James Browns and like a lot of music that it was kind of hard for me to find in the age of like Taylor Swift and Bruno Mars.
Damn. That is when you were coming up.
Yeah. Justin Bieber.
That's why your influences are like, because when I heard that in your interview, I'm like, that's not what was out when she was like at her age. But you had to go find it. So you did go and find music.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, where's the other stuff? Because, you know, I loved me some Taylor Swift and some Justin Bieber and some Bruno Mars, and, you know, but I was also, and Rihanna. Oh, yeah. Eminem, you know, all of them. But like, it was also like, where is this coming from? Like, there's more to this, I think. Like, where is it at? Like, you know. So I had to like look for it for sure. And that's where I found everybody.
How'd you find it? The internet?
No, I went
it
down
was
the
exposed.
hall.
Right. Okay, wait. Is that the house that had the music videos on the TV?
No,
that was the babysitter.
But that was the house where me and the girl did the skits. That was her house.
Got you. Y'all was cutting up over there.
Yeah, because they like had like a whole like stereo sound system.
Yes.
So I used to go down there.
Was it like stacked up on top of each other and like the little glass thing? Yes. Yeah. I know what you mean.
So yeah, I would just go down there and they were always blasting like vibes The Real Vibes.
Mary J. Blige. Yeah.
All of that. And it was so like interesting because like me and her, we was like, because I was a little bit older than her. We was like 7 and 10, knowing all the words to like Ella.
Who was in that house? Everything. I want to know what that house looked like. Cause I don't know. I smell curling irons, and I was like, who was in that crib?
Like her parents?
Yes. Like, well,
it was her parents and her grandma,
and her,
and her. Because the thing about it, it was like her auntie lived in the floor above us.
Got you.
So it was like, you know, the family.
Yeah.
The family building.
house.
Everybody was like near.
And
like,
in the basement, y'all had a whole set down there.
Yeah.
And
so
recording
like,
studio.
Yeah. Yeah. So when it was like the parties or whatever, everybody was over there. Like everybody was there. Or at my house. Like it was, you know, we lived right next to each other. So it was like back and forth.
That's beautiful that you had like your family that close to you.
Yeah.
What if they didn't have a house right there?
Then I would be, I don't know.
Listening to Taylor Swift.
Listening to Taylor Swift. Or I would have just been like Googling, like really chaotic Googling. Like, that was me too. Like if I didn't know what was going on, I was on YouTube.
So what I'm getting at is the fact that you literally took the initiative to expand your taste and sound yourself.
Yeah,
like you're like, I like music, but like, where's more music? Like, where is it at? Because like Taylor, I want to go get deeper than that. Like, So I love that. You're a true, what is it? I was going to say sound pioneer, but that's not what I'm trying to say. I like to make up words and put them together. So it'll come out eventually. Okay. I feel like there's one more thing I want to ask you before we go to the next segment. And I kind of forgot what it was.
That's okay.
You know what? Let's just switch to the next segment because I'm thinking of a song right now and I'm thinking of a treatment or a music video to it. I'm going to try to describe the music video and you're the main character. Okay. It's giving Barbie car. All right.
Okay.
Barbie car. And then you're just going to name a song that makes you think of it. I already know the song I'm thinking of. After you give me the answer, I'll tell you.
Oh, wait. Okay.
I'm going to describe a scene and you're going to say a song. You don't have to get it right.
Okay.
I just want to see what your reference is to this. All right. Okay. Closing our eyes. Palms up. All right. It's giving that girl energy. And we are cruising down the Pacific Coast Highway in our sexy pink convertible. It's giving old school, like, not history car, what do they call historic vehicle type vibes. And it's just Journey and her dog sitting in her purse in the seat right next to her. Her fluffy hair is flowing like Farrah Fawcett in the wind. She got on the baddest shades that you could ever have right now. Period. And she is feeling herself, okay? What is playing on the radio as she coasts down that highway?
Okay, instinctively, I said California Girls by Katy Perry.
California
Girls. Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking...
Or Barbie Girls.
Luxurious by Gwen Stefani.
Oh, that's a good one. The other one I was thinking is Barbie Girl. Like, I'm a Barbie girl.
Yeah.
Okay,
literally Barbie Girl. Yeah.
Okay. That's another one that I heard.
Got you. All right, well, that's your taste. That's your take on it.
Yeah, those are like...
I love that. Or no, Glamorous by... That's... Wait.
The Flash.
That's Fergie.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
Fergie.
Gwen Stefani is Luxurious. There we go. All right, just trying to make sure I get it right.
Yeah.
That's the vibes it was given. Okay. You give me like the glamorous vibes more than the luxurious vibes. Glamorous. Yeah, I love that. All right, so let's talk about bad decisions.
Okay.
Because that was, to me, like a brink for you, like, you know, a breakout moment for you when you're introduced to more than just who had already been following you and engaging with you along your journey. And then also, well, let me ask you this too. In relation to your acting journey too, with like All American, and I don't know the titles of anything else you were on before that, but I know you were in other things. How closely aligned was that with your, I guess, most recent project you dropped music-wise?
The character?
Not the character, but like in time frame wise. Was this all happening for you at the same time? Were you recording and also recording and also shooting, or recording and recording?
Well, I think I had just dropped Bad Girl when I, like around the same time I was working on Bad Girl when I had booked All American. Yeah, that was like around the same time. And I don't know, it kind of just all panned out perfectly, I guess.
That's what it feels like.
I had just dyed my hair pink. And I was super nervous. It had like went viral on TikTok when I did the streak. And I was like super nervous to do it because I was like, what is my agent gonna think? Like, oh my gosh. Because like, I don't know, when you're doing auditions, like you kind of want to keep it like neutral and not have like color, like hair color, like color in your hair or anything like that. And literally the All American audition was the first audition I did with my hair pink. And I booked it and I was like, oh, okay. Like,
I'm pink now.
Yeah, like I'm pink now. Like I didn't really have space to like get nervous or too insecure about it because the first thing that I did with it, I booked it. So yeah, that was like perfect timing for like the new era of the pink hair. That was like a perfect way to bring it in. And it wasn't planned at all. Like I just like randomly dyed my hair pink one day.
How random was it though? For real. What was you doing? Were you at that house again?
No. No, I wasn't. I was with my sister and we were like going back and forth because we had both kept talking about like dyeing our hair pink. And the only thing that was stopping us from doing it was like, well, I'm not doing it if you're doing it. Like, I'm not trying to look like the Bopsy twins. Like, we're not about to have the same exact hairstyle.
Y'all look a lot alike.
Yeah, we look alike. So it was like, no, like, are you about to dye your hair pink? It was like, yes, I'm dyeing my hair pink. And it was like, no, but I can't do it. Like, it was very much, like, it was my idea first. It was my idea first. So, like, we were going back and forth for a second. And then we were, like, just driving, like, my mom, my sister, and me. And I was like, let's stop at the beauty supply store. Like, I'm doing it. And they were, like, talking so much mess. They were talking so much mess. And I was like, I don't care. And they were in the living room talking mess still. And I was in the bathroom just doing it. They were like, you're going to burn all your hair off. And I was originally, like, thinking about doing my whole head pink. But I was like, let me test it. I know that sounds crazy. I know that's kind of
girl.
That's a bit much.
You don't break that. That don't break off.
I know. No. So, but yeah, I just did a piece and it ended up fitting because I was like, I'm not even built like that.
I love it for you. I remember seeing your character on All American, and I think I've seen you on TikTok or something. Well, one of these platforms before, but I didn't realize you really made music until after I knew you was an actress before I knew you as like a artist, and then. I think I know why I seen you because you're someone you were with before. Yeah. And I worked with him at my job.
Oh wow.
Yeah, at SoundCloud.
That's so fun.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's where I seen you. Then I'm like, wait, ain't that? And then I'm like, wait, and I look into you because I love pink a lot. So I'm like, who this girl with the pink hair?
I love pink. That's such a funny reason to be like, oh my gosh, wait, this is my favorite color in her hair.
Also, like, anybody on All American, any girl that was brown, I'm like, oh, there's a brown girl on there. Like, not to say everybody else ain't. Let me not go into that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I feel you.
A young, pretty cute brown girl. Like, I'm like, wow, who is she? Where'd she come from? Well, I knew who you were, but then I was looking into you. Like,
I was like, let me see what's going on.
Yeah. What is this? No, but I love that. Anyway, so back to what we were talking about. Okay, how everything panned out between acting and really your introduction or exposure to a unique audience or more people, and then the fact that you have been making covers and kind of building your own brand outside of music, but then you dropped made Bad Girl, or was working on Bad Girl, kind of in the same time frame. And then do you think a lot of the fans that you gained through acting and through All American kind of like helped push the latest music you've been dropping?
Yeah, of course, definitely. Like there's even with like interaction on all social media platforms, like it was pushed just because like people recognized me from the show. Like where I was doing like this like 5-second video where it was like a filter, like picking out like your Disney princess or something, and it like went like 4 million views just because they were like, you're the girl from All American. Like, you know what I mean? Like just, it was random things like that.
You do give Disney princess though.
Thank you. Take it. But yeah, it pulled in a lot of people. And, you know, my job after that was just like to convert them into like Journey fans, you know? To just be a fan of like anything I'm doing, including my music. And I think that was like my agenda immediately. It was like, let them know that I do music. Like I do music. And that was kind of where I was like, as soon as I get a song that I'm like really, really proud of, and like as soon as I recorded Bad Decisions, I knew that I wanted to put it out because I was like, oh, like this is it. Like this is exactly what I need right now. Like it's a good quality song that I think will convert do what I'm trying to do. So as soon as I got that, I was like, oh, I know exactly what to do with this. And
what was the intention behind that song? Like, did you freestyle it? Did you want to just sit down and write about something that was on your chest? Like,
well, a little bit of both.
Okay.
I was going through a breakup. And it was like a thing where like, I know that the best music comes when I'm going through something, or like when it's like real, or it's actually coming from a situation. And I was like, I need to write a song about this BS that I'm going through right now. Like, I have to. And I had been trying. It had been some months since everything went down. Like, everything went down kind of like in February, and this was like the summertime. And I was like, I'm still pissed off. Like, I need to let this out. Like, I need to let it go. And I went in the booth. I went in the studio, and like we made the song made the beat together. And I like jotted down a few things. Like,
who'd you make the beat with?
These two producers from Jersey, Dollars and Bank Boy.
Okay. I don't know them.
Yeah, they're pretty new, but they're super cool, super talented. It was actually our first time working together. And we made it together.
Why'd you choose them?
Well, they had come to one of my shows that I had done a little bit before then, and they were like really like, you're super dope, and they were like nice guys, and I was like, they were like, let's get in. Yeah, I was like, why not? Sure. So we had set up a session and like went in, and it was super cool, and I really freestyled the song. Like, I jotted down a few things, like a few little licks, like that I like specifically wanted to say. Like I jotted down a few little things.
She hit some licks in the song now.
Yeah, But when I got in there, like I was like freestyling. Like, I remember like asking certain questions. I was like, what is a Harley and a Harvey? Like, what's a Harvey? Like, what is the bike? It's like a Harley. Because I'm like, I was like Harvey. Now I'm getting food out like, wait, no. I was on like Harley. Now I'm getting food out like Harvey. Yeah. And I had to like, I was like, it's Harley Davidson? That's the bike. I was like asking questions. But yeah, I like freestyled that. It was like cool.
How did it feel to like put it out? And did he hear a song? Did he hear it? Well, obviously
girl, I sent it to him that night.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
I unblocked him just to send it.
Wow. Yeah. Toxic. Did you block him back right after you sent it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I had to.
Right here.
Yeah. It was just
send,
like
block.
One thing about me, I've done this my entire life from my first song. If I write a song about somebody, I'm sending it to you first, because I'm gonna just be fair. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Like, you're gonna know.
Imagine just chilling. You probably might be smoking or something, laying up at the crib, and this whole lick just hit your phone. Like, damn, like
just going in on you.
And then the bubble's green afterwards. You can't even see nothing back.
Yeah.
You see the intention behind that? We're sick people sometimes. I've done that before. I've literally blocked people and then unblocked them and then sent them a paragraph
and then blocked them back. Yeah.
And one time somebody called me out about it. It was like, that's whack as I was like, damn.
Yeah.
We still homies to this day, dog. You know, I love you, but it's okay. He was like, you're weird. Like, grow up. Like, that's whack. But I'm like, it did serve the purpose. What I wanted to do is kick you in the stomach and run away.
Yeah. And what about it?
And you're still mad to this day, probably. Anyways. All right. So that is the story of bad decisions. How do you feel about, what kind of feedback did you get from it?
Oh my gosh. They were like, well, one of the main things that I got was, who hurt you? They were like, girl, who hurt you? And then another one was like, is this the girl from All American? But like in a way, like, what? Because, I'm cursing and stuff in the song, and they're just like, okay. Like, this is a lot. Like, is Jen? Like, I don't know.
Oh my God, it just made me mad.
They're like, Jen? Like, what's going on?
You're nothing like Jen.
I don't know. Girl, it's okay. We love little Jen.
Yeah.
But, and then, just people like asking for the song, threatening my life for me to drop it. They like, drop the song now.
Oh, because you teased it on TikTok, didn't you?
Yeah, they're like, you know how they get on TikTok. They was like, drop it now or I'm kidnapping your mother. And
no, they be wilding on TikTok. Y'all need to stop that. Because there's some people that's too old for it. No. Because someone told me TikTok is a place where like everyone feels like they're your friend versus like Instagram, you kind of have to know someone. But
yeah,
I've started to post more on TikTok and people be talking to me like they know me. And I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know you.
Yeah.
It be little kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all don't know I'm a 3-year-old woman.
I know.
Y'all over here.
It's a thing. They're like, bestie, send me the link to your entire outfit right now. And I'm like, okay.
Girl, I can't even do that for myself.
I know. They're like, do it now because we're best friends.
This sounds it's kind of familiar. Sounds kind of familiar.
So like, I mean,
you fit right in on TikTok, don't you?
Yeah, I like TikTok.
No,
It's
you're
cool.
so cute on TikTok. I love your TikTok.
I try to keep it like, I try to stay in like my bubble on TikTok because there's sometimes where like a few videos go viral and they reach a side of TikTok that I don't like.
Oh yeah, the size of TikTok are crazy. Well, let's talk about TikTok in the next segment though.
Okay.
Because that kind of bridges into trends and things that are going on in the culture. What did he say about bad decisions?
Well, after I blocked him again, he DM'd me on Instagram because he was like, "What is wrong with you?" And I think that he was just like it was a point where we were like breaking up, and I think that he was like waiting for me to make a song about him. Like he was just like waiting, and I hadn't. Like I didn't, and like I was sending him like certain songs. He's like, "What'd you work on today?" Because we were still like kind of talking. You know how exes be.
Okay,
Like,
we know what's going on. Yeah,
and it was like I would make like a whole party song, and then like one line would be like, "You ain't do it right if your ex ain't stressed." Like something random about your ex. He'd be like, "Bro, why you writing songs about me?" And I was
you
like,
wanted a song written about you so bad,
right? I'm like, this isn't even about you. Like, what? He's like, I know it's about me. Like, I know you. I was like, whatever. So when I sent it to him, it was so funny though because he was just like, "Is that about me?" And I was like, "What do you think?" Like, that's the one that you can't tell.
One. Like, it's clearly about. Wow,
I'm like,
he already denying it because he's
mental illness.
Who?
I was like,
who is that? Who did that?
I was like, that's not about me, right? Like I was like,
yeah.
Are you serious? And then it was just kind of like, I think he just didn't like it. He was just like, that sucks. Like he's like, that's a doo-doo song.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna listen to that. That's, they like altered it to that response.
Haterade. Mind you, I feel like it's one of your most streamed songs, isn't it?
Yeah. And then like,
am I tripping or am I right?
No, it is. It's my most streamed song. And when I posted that, it like reached like 2 million streams. Like he texted me and then I didn't reply. And then like he posted on his story, like when people make R&B diss records about you. And I was like,
it was not a diss record. It was a, never mind.
He thought he ate. He thought you ate. You didn't.
Anyways, let's talk about TikTok.
Okay.
All right. So tell me about how you have developed your audience on TikTok.
Well, I try to keep it. Well, the thing about TikTok that I feel like every artist needs to understand is that it's not the place to promote your music. It is a place for people to get to know your personality and understand your music and kind of get to know you. Like, it's not like a promo place. Like, of course.
Well, everybody thinks so.
No, but like the thing is you can gain a lot from TikTok.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, I don't know how to explain it, but you just have to make it personal, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because like you said, everybody feels like they know you. Like they don't want anything that feels impersonal, like promoting. Like that's like, I'm not regular. I'm your best friend. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I try to keep it very personal and like my inner thoughts and my inner dialogue. And like if I'm previewing a song, like I'm telling them why I made the song and what is it about and who is it about and what's going on. And like I just keep it very conversational. And from the very beginning of like the first thing that I posted on TikTok was like, oh, write a song with me. And like I like walked them through the whole process. And
I like that. I don't think I've seen that one. I want to see that. Write a song
I have
with me.
a couple of them. The older one is like a little rough, but I have like newer versions. Like that was what I did with Rich Girl. And it like went kind of crazy. And so I was like, okay, let me drop this.
I like that. That's a really great strategy. People out there that just take teasers. What am I saying? Teasers. And put them on TikTok, then put them on YouTube or whatever, and they run away and they just never give us context behind the track.
Yeah.
Not everyone is all like super into music like, people like us are, but I think it's still really important for you to have a different channel for how to speak to your music in different ways. So I like that. More for explaining your music versus promoting it.
Yeah.
And then I guess promotion looks a lot different in different ways. But are there any other like platforms or tools or trends that you engage with to help grow your audience?
On TikTok or just like in
Just
general?
in general.
Well, I like Instagram. It's just like I approach Instagram a little bit different than TikTok. That's why TikTok is like a breath of like fresh air, because Instagram just has so much pressure sometimes, which is so much fun. But yeah, like, but I love to. I mean, Instagram. Like Instagram, that's where a lot of my day ones are. Like,
yeah,
the people that have been rocking with me since we hit 1K, and I threw a little party. But like, I don't know. Yeah, I use like YouTube Shorts, which is like cool, kind of.
How do you use those? What is that?
I don't
for
know.
real?
I don't know.
Tell us, YouTube. Somebody tell us that, because I want to find a way to use that for music.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Same. Tell us, please. I don't know, but
who even goes to look? Where do you even look at? It's not on your.
I don't know. I think
on the phone,
like kids, like my nephews, they're like really, really young. Like,
but they be on like Bubba Shark and stuff. Not Bumble Shark.
No, like,
God,
well, one of them
it.
is like 9. So, but he's like on YouTube Shorts, and I think they don't really understand what they're looking at. They just look at it, and it goes. That's what it's for.
It's for the kids that are like
just
Generation XYZ, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I think about it. Like, 'cause my niece will be on her YouTube. She'll just be clicking stuff. Now, if a short pops up, she'll probably get stuck on the shorts. And
and it just goes by itself. They move by themselves.
And their attention span's already astronomically little.
It's terrible.
I think, what are they called? Doesn't make sense.
Generation Alpha? That's scary.
No, that don't sound right.
Gen Alpha, I think. Yeah. I think that's what they're called.
Are we starting over? So it's Generation A, B, C, D, E, F, G now?
I don't know. It's either Alpha or 0.
What did you say, yeah?
Yeah, we're Z. I would know. Gen Z. I'm Gen Z.
You're Gen Z.
Yeah. I said...
Wow. Yeah, Alpha. So there's already a Generation Alpha out now.
I wonder if there's going to be a beta after that.
Generation Beta. I don't
know. That's Alpha sounds pretty scary. Like,
then it's Generation Meta. Wait, Meta's not a number.
You know what I think, though? I think that they categorize us by that, but like based off of the test they run on us. Like, it's giving like lab rat groups.
No, that's real.
You know what I mean?
The testing sample or the sample size. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, wait. We gotta get back to the show. So we were just talking about. What were we just talking about? I forgot.
YouTube Shorts.
All right. Well, enough about the trends. I want to talk more so about like, you know, what you love about music so much and like what music means to you. So not necessarily about songs, but like let's talk about what you love about music and what it means to you.
That's so sweet. Well, music means to me. Well, music is like everything. Like, it's kind of how I express myself. I'm really big on like journaling. I've journaled for as long as I've been writing songs. Like, to where it's just like gibberish. Like, I love to journal and write out my thoughts.
What do you mean gibberish? Like, you just like write stuff that comes out of your brain?
When I was like 5 and I had like my like foam diary and like it was like not real words.
Oh my goodness.
Like, and I was just like, I'm writing in my diary. Like,
you were right. You were literally a living like star of your own movie your whole life.
Main character.
The
energy,
whole
like,
time.
The whole time.
I see it. I see it now.
Real bad. Like,
yes.
So yeah, I used to just like, I just like the idea of writing in diaries and putting my thoughts into words and then like putting it into songs was just like a step further. And it was like, oh my gosh, now I can make this sound pretty and listen back to it. Like, oh my gosh. So yeah, it's just a way that I express myself. It helps me like get through things and get over things. Like, even with bad decisions, I could not care less about anything like bad decisions right now. Like, I am past it. I'm done with it and I'm over it. And I feel like a big part of that is because of me putting it out into a song and me being able to really see my emotions clearly and like really analyze them and break them. Because like even I can break up that entire song into like, why do I feel this way and what's making me feel this way and what, you know what I mean? Like,
you can do that?
Yeah, I can, because like it's
visible. It's right there.
And it's not even like I'm thinking too much about it. Like,
I love that.
You know, that's why I'm always very like nervous sometimes or like self-conscious about who I have in the studio, because it's almost like I'm like writing a diary entry and like you're seeing my inner thoughts. Like, who are you? Like, I'm embarrassed.
You're talking to yourself.
Yeah, so it's like my inner thoughts, and most of it is subconscious. So yeah, it's super vulnerable for sure.
What's one of the most vulnerable experiences you had with music And describe it. Tell me the story about that
One
moment.
of the most vulnerable. Like, you mean like with anything?
Anything. Anytime you felt like damn near like your chest sinking, like, whoa, this is too much to let out.
I feel like maybe, there's this one song, Better, that I wrote. It's one of the first songs that I wrote. But, like, it was one of the first songs that I recorded.
Yeah.
And I freestyled the entire song. I never really done something like that before. And I was, like, crying in the studio while I was recording. Because I was, like, going through a breakup, you know me. And...
Damn. Which breakup? Breakup number what?
Breakup number 1. This was my first boyfriend, like my first love thing. We were together for like 6 years.
Ooh.
It's terrible.
Sorry, that's not to you.
I know, it's embarrassing.
It's like, damn,
I'm so embarrassing.
6 years. That's a lot.
I know.
Golly, I can't even get to 1 month.
I'm so embarrassing. Like,
I'm embarrassed.
Stand up.
It's okay.
Don't be embarrassed.
Stand up.
Stand up. Yeah.
Anyways, so Better.
Yeah, and we were like breaking up, and it was like super dramatic. Because, like, you know, when you're 16, you can't see past a year of your life. Like, you just think this is your life forever.
Yeah.
So I was very...
And it ain't.
And it's not, like, at all. So I was very upset that my life was ending. And I was going to die, so...
It's okay. I understand. We've been there before.
That was the energy. It was
so that's why you were crying. You're like, oh, my God, my life. It's
it's over.
Meanwhile, how many years later? 4 or 5 years later?
Girl.
Well, no, you're 19, so maybe not that long later, but whatever.
I mean, it feels like
a long time.
A long time.
Because you've grown a lot.
I have.
You've grown a lot. Okay.
Yeah, so I was crying and I was singing Better. Like, I know better. Yeah, I was very upset. Very upset. Stream Better on all platforms.
Stream that one. I need to go back and listen to it too. I'm trying to think if I've
girl,
heard it.
It's very...
It's a good talking to yourself song, huh?
Yeah, I mean, no, just, let me know what you think.
Okay.
Listen to it.
All right. We're here already, so we'll connect. All right. What's a project or album or just maybe a group of tracks or songs that you listen to a lot whenever you just kind of want to go back and feel some nostalgia?
Nostalgia? Maybe Summer Walker's first project.
Oh, with Girls Need Love Too on it? Honestly.
Yeah,
ooh, that sounds good. You heard? Y'all can't hear it. Y'all don't hear it.
I heard it.
Tell me what it sounds like.
It sounds good. It sounds
good. Okay, Summer Walker's project. I like that.
Yeah, that was like, I remember that.
What grade were you in when that was out?
Was it 10th
grade? Jesus.
10th grade.
10th grade. Wow.
Yeah, it was like the summer going into 10th grade when that came out.
That's definitely a That Girl song of the summer.
Oh my gosh. No, it wasn't even. It was the project. I know that.
Project.
I memorized the entire project.
Is Karma on that one?
Mm-hmm.
Karma's my favorite Summer Walker song.
Yeah, and then Just Like You. Oh my gosh. All of those songs. They just, that's like my project I go back to. And then SZA's Control.
Yeah.
Those two projects.
Okay, those are good
carried
ones.
Me through high school, like dragged me.
That's a very dramatic high school experience.
Yeah.
Summer Walker, SZA, and what else?
And then, okay, so I'll go through all of them. So these are my 4 through high school that carried me. SZA's Control, Summer's Last Summer something, Last Day of Summer.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Hers, Her.
Her.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, strong right there.
And then what's her name? Kalani.
Okay.
You Should Be
and
Here.
Kalani.
First project.
Those are all actually. Oh my God,
those are all their debuts. All of their debuts.
Those are really great. I was like, that's okay. You're good. You're set up great. You're good. You're great. You're gonna be fine. See, a lot of times when I'm also having these conversations, I'm like not judging people, but I'm like, all right, now what did you really base your musical talent off of?
Oh,
like,
girl.
Was it? I don't want to name artists, but was it someone with real sound or not?
Mm-hmm.
And you got people with real sound.
Yeah, I was going to the concerts, everything.
Oh my goodness.
I met her like 5 times. Like, have
you worked on any music with any of them?
I wish. No.
We got to make that happen. Her, Kirani,
any
SZA,
of them. All of them.
Summer. Shout out to Love Renaissance.
All of them.
Another artist I think you would really like, Alex Vaughn.
Yeah, I've heard of her. I like her.
Yeah, she was in the Pink Room before. So.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Dope.
Yep, she was the last female artist I had before you.
Oh, cool.
So y'all be coming around probably around the same time, maybe not. But all right, I think that was all good. I want to ask you a question more so about like other hobbies. Did you ever run track or play any sports?
Well, I briefly did basketball, but I was a cheerleader.
You were a cheerleader.
I was a cheerleader throughout like my entire like school existence, but there was this one brief moment where like my science teacher was doing basketball and she like peer pressured me into doing basketball.
Yeah.
And she was like, you have to do it. And I was terrified at first. I was like, okay. So I was playing basketball. Oh, I was playing basketball and cheerleading at the same time. And
damn,
it
that's
was
a lot.
very chaotic. Like it was really chaotic.
No.
Like literally I was cheering for, I was playing in the girls' game, running to the bathroom, changing, and then cheering for the boys' game. And I was doing that like 3 nights a week.
Oh, absolutely not.
I know.
Yeah, because basketball season's pretty crazy.
And I did not know how to play. It was really bad. Like
I was hoping you ran track too, because I ran track too.
I tried, girl.
Well, I'm trying to think what's the scene I wanted to do for you is more so like you running and like, you know, what song would be playing if you're running on the track, it's your last lap. But you're not giving track, girl.
Girl, I tried out for track and I had like my sweater wrapped around like my waist and I was running. It went down and like got caught in my legs and I like fell on my face.
Oh, okay. We're not gonna talk about that.
I didn't make the track team.
It's okay. It's all right. All right, well, actually this other song about music then. What's the first song that made you cry?
The first song that made me cry. It's really dramatic. Okay, so
On brand.
I have a couple. I have like, there was like this era in like the 4th grade.
Emo?
I guess so, but like, it was like this era of like me crying to music. So at home.
You were making yourself cry.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. In the mirror. Like,
we're too much alike.
Yeah, super chaotic.
In the mirror?
Yes, girl.
Oh, wait,
I wanted to see how cute I looked crying. So At Last was at home. Which or all I could do was cry, or I'd rather go blind. That's the name of it. I'd rather go blind by Etta James. That was like the at home crying song.
Really trying to cry.
Yeah, girl. And then I was like driving to school with my neighbor. She worked at the school that I went to, so she would play the radio. And what was the song? The song, It Doesn't Kill You, Makes You Stronger. Girl, I used to be in the back seat crying.
Oh, Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, I used to be in the back seat crying on the way to school every single morning because it was on like repeat. And I remember like slowly throughout like
after
2 weeks.
After a while, it made you cry still?
It made me cry every single morning for like a couple weeks. I was in the back seat just like, doesn't kill you.
What were you going through? You wasn't going through nothing.
I wasn't going through anything.
Okay.
But I was going through a lot at the same time, you know? Like, it was a lot. Like,
this
just
is high school again, right?
No, this was elementary school.
What doesn't kill you?
No,
you over here bawling your eyes. Wait, hold on. Mama, you driving, you looking in the backseat like, honey,
no,
it
was, and then another one, The Jar of Hearts by Christina something. Who do you think you are, running around leaving scars, collecting your jar of hearts? I was like, oh.
Yeah, you definitely had a little emo phase and you didn't even know it.
I was going through it. I was so...
That was around the same time other people were like that.
Yeah, it was one more. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I don't know who sings that, but
I know you're talking about. It's a male
yeah, it was a
singer.
male singer.
Yeah.
And I had no idea who he was. He had like blue hair. And I was like, what do you want from me? Like, I was going through it, girl. Like, it was an era. Like,
oh my gosh.
Tears.
I love that. Okay, that's enough. You don't need to set a scene. I was just trying to figure out some song titles. You gave us a lot. You gave us a whole scenario.
It was an era. That's
okay.
Why it was necessary.
The mirror part really got me though. Like I think when I would cry, make myself cry, I would like sneak and look in the mirror. And then be like, because that's kind of weird, but like also,
girl,
you really wanted to get in it.
I lived in the mirror.
Then you're close to your emotions. What's your sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, I'm a Cancer.
Oh,
yeah, we're sister signs.
Okay, yeah,
you're just a little bit more
intense
than I am.
Yeah,
like, and I'm a little bit more like, you know.
Like I'm like, die for me.
Right.
You know?
Literally, she probably has said that to somebody before.
Yeah, I have that in about 57 out of 120 of my songs. That line, die for me. It's in a lot of my music.
Says a lot about you, but that means you're passionate.
Yeah.
And it means you love hard.
I do.
Okay, well, let's talk about more of your music, as in like what's coming out next or what you're rolling out next, or what can we expect next from Miss Journey Montana?
Well, I'm dropping this song called 212. That's what I'm dropping next. And I have like a really cute video for it that I shot like in my neighborhood with like everybody in my building.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was like cute. I called up all the kids because they were like, Journey, when's your next video? I want to be in it. I was like, okay. And they wanted to like do the dancing. And I was like, this is kind of a slower song.
You here in New York?
Yeah.
They getting sturdy to it?
I guess I told them, I was like, it's a pretty slow song. And they were like, it doesn't matter. And they did it.
They get started anything out here.
I know. They were getting started. I was like, wow, that's impressive. Because it's a pretty slow song.
Yeah.
I was like,
you never know. That's a different vibe.
Yeah. So, yeah, they were doing the whole, they were killing it.
You be getting sturdy?
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, do you know how to do that dance that's
which one?
Rock your hips and wave and sip. You know that?
Oh yeah. I know that song. Barely. I caught like a.
We have to do a contest to this. Version of the song after this. It's okay. And wave and sip. Yeah, you got it.
Okay,
that song makes me feel like if I was a cheer captain, and if cheer captains got to walk out, like boxers got to walk out, that would be my song.
I feel like you've done that in cheer, like something like that.
Exactly. That's why it feels good
like
to me. It's a cheer song.
Vibes.
It's very much a cheer dance.
Yeah, I feel like when during the games we used to like just put music on when we couldn't cheer. I don't know.
Oh, y'all could do that?
And we used to.
Did you go to a black school?
Yeah. I went to a lot of different schools, but it was a black school.
Did
and
you
they
do
used
that
to play like music during the games. And we used to be like, do like 4 counts.
Mm-hmm.
It was like super cute.
See, whoever your coach was, I know where she got that inspiration from.
Really?
She got it from that video, from that song.
Yeah, she was
Rock
she was
your
doing
hips
all
and
of
wave
that.
and sip. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we used to do like all of that.
What is that? Is that you going down? What is that?
We used to dip. So it was like
you mean on the ground?
And then
like
dip.
this.
Yeah, like
okay,
like,
got you.
And like dip our legs, like dip.
Wait,
like,
hold on. Y'all was doing some different stuff then.
Yeah, we was popping and locking and dropping it low.
That was really had choreography.
Yeah, we used to, girl, every day practice.
Wait,
like,
I totally
hours.
jumped conversations. We're having a blast over here. We're gonna wrap it up soon. Hold on. Next. Okay, the project. Next.
Yeah, 212.
The tracker project.
The track.
2 and 2?
212. That's my area code.
212. Oh, the 212.
212 is what I'm made from.
Okay. So now it's during repping New York.
Yeah.
Got
That's
you.
like the vibe of the song.
Okay. When is it? Well, I don't know if this is gonna be out before or after, but if it's not, then it's coming. It's coming soon. If it is, stream it now.
Or look for it.
Look for it. So 212 is you repping. What made you want to come out and just start repping New York and stamping that part of yourself out there?
Well, I went to this like Snow Allegra show.
Ooh, I love her.
Yeah, and one of the openers like did this. She's from like London or something.
Mahalia. Who else was it?
I don't know her name, but she like kind of went viral because she looked like Zendaya. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know that girl.
But she like did this song about like someplace in Britain.
Now I gotta know
in
what it is.
England. Britain, England,
UK.
London, in the UK that she's from. And I was like, wow, that's really freaking dope. Even though like it didn't really like, I don't know, I didn't really understand a word that she said in the song, but like she said it before she did the song. And I was like, wow, like that's a good idea to like make a song like about your hometown and like what you're repping. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
wow, how did you find that?
Google, girl.
Wow.
Google, girl. Google, girl. What you mean?
Okay.
Look, the Google Multicultural Marketing Department could use that snippet if they want
wow.
it. How'd you find that? Google, girl. What you mean?
I know, that sounds like an ad.
Right.
Sponsor. That's right. But yeah, she did like this one song and she like introed it like, this is a song about me repping my city. And like, I didn't really understand a word that she said in the song. Like it didn't really stick, but I liked the intro and I was like, that's a good idea. So I just like jotted it down in my brain. And I like kind of felt the urge to do that anyways, and I felt like it would be good for like a lot of the supporters from my area. Like they rep me really hard and they support me very hard.
They want to rep their city too.
Yeah, you know, and like even how like my aunt came to visit and she was just like, that was like really sexy, like the way you grab the cup.
Oh, I'm a main character in my movie too. So I'm in my movie right now, but we're having a movie together.
That was cute.
Okay, y'all cut that and make it slower.
Add some like music. Like,
we have a little track that goes with the show.
You had to put that. That would be so cute. But yeah, my aunt like from Kansas came and visit, and like we were walking around like my neighborhood, and the kids ran up to me and they were like, Journey, like what are you doing next or whatever? And then like I was walking down the street and the people that just like, you know, she was just like, everybody knows who you are and everybody really supports your music in your neighborhood. And I was like, yeah, like let me give something
back to them.
Because they support me a lot. So, and it was nice that I had everybody in the video and it was like cute.
I love that. So, can't wait to see the video.
Yes.
You and the two up in where you what part of New York? Harlem. Mm-hmm. Harlem. I'll be up there sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I live in Brooklyn, but I'll be up there only for one person. But yeah, Harlem's that's a long trek.
Yeah.
But it's cute up there.
Yeah.
It definitely has a close-knit energy. Like, Brooklyn's really spread out.
Yeah, it's very, like, everybody knows everybody in Harlem. Like, it's kind of like...
Yeah, that's another thing. I like that nobody know me in my neighborhood unless it's somebody I know that lives there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everybody in my neighborhood. I know a lot of people in my neighborhood, but I'm saying I don't know the people around me physically. Yeah. Like, it's new buildings all the damn time. It's everybody getting gentrified.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So,
yeah, my
new people coming in. New people coming in. They definitely don't know me.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like Brooklyn.
Alrighty. Well, next time you're in Brooklyn, let me know. Maybe we'll kick it while I was on get a drink. Damn, I have to stop saying get a drink all the time.
My sister just moved to Brooklyn.
Okay, so you and your sister. Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be over there. Yeah, she wants me to take her hair out. So
that's definitely a little sister role.
Yeah. You
probably do it all the time, don't you?
Yes.
Aw, I love that.
She don't take my hair out though.
Well, we'll have more time to chat whenever we do get a chance to meet up and then also connect about music, SoundCloud, and other things too.
Yeah.
So, thank you for sitting with me, Journey.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure having my movie a part of your movie, and vice versa.
I know the main like a collab. This is like a crossover episode.
Yes, ain't no supporting actresses. We both the main characters.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Peace out. Check out Journey's music and find her on where or not how, but what's your Instagram name?
Journey Montana.
Journey Montana. All right, y'all. Peace out. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.